companies are, have adopted their own methods of alternate data to, evaluate the credit worthiness of people. But I don't see there's a competition happening globally, not in India as well. I think, there's a lot of collaboration happening because, because of the alternate data present with the fintech companies and financial transaction data present with the credit bureau. If they can be combined together, a lot of innovation can happen, a lot of new products can be derived. For example, the credit bureau always face an issue where people who are very new to credit, or who are taking credit for the first time, it is very difficult to score them. So with this alternate data, it will be very easy for them to score them as well, and take a decision whether to go with the credit or in underwriting as well. So I would say that there's a lot of collaboration happening rather than competition, and it is a healthy collaboration because it is also helping. So the question which you asked, that how credit bureaus are growing in Indian market. So credit bureau are having, they're seeing regular growth. The market is growing, the way lending is growing, the credit bureau is also growing. But at the same time, with this, alternate data and with this startup fintech is coming in picture, a lot of new products are also coming in market. A lot of lending are also coming in the market. For example, we heard about early salary, payday, peer-to-peer lending. Those were not in standard lending practice. These are the new concepts which are coming in because of this fintech startup. So they are also helping credit bureaus to grow their business, I would say. Post COVID-19 situation, I think their responsibility will increase in defining the lending strategy as well, because now post COVID-19 situation, that because of this, lot of Indian household are in stress. Credit decision is not going to be easy because we have to identify who can really pay credit back. So creating a good lending strategy to avoid any defaults or NPAs in future is going to be a key. So credit bureau will also play a very important role in that. Secondly, I think collection is going to be very, very difficult post COVID-19 situation because of pandemic. Many people have lost their job and all. So creating early warnings on defaults, creating some collection solutions, I think that is also going to be, credit bureau are going to play an important role in Indian banking system, I would say. And last next thing is going to be a digital. So of course, credit bureaus will do a lot of digital innovation and help banks to complete their lending solution digitally. I would say that we are already RBI licensed and ISO certified companies. So after this, due to this pandemic, we never thought that working from home for entire organization is going to be a new normal, and we have to be ready for such kind of scenario as well. So lesson learned is, of course, data is our bread and butter, and data security is topmost priority for us. So using all the data, we have to make sure that we are data all the data access has been secured, uh, making sure that our infrastructure is capable enough to manage the workload of all the people who are working from home, and they are accessing all the data in a secure way. So even endpoint, secure VPN, all of them are in place. Most of them being an RBI regulated and ISO certified, credit bureau already have a lot of things in place. So I would say that they were already prepared for this. Also, our customers are all banks and financial institutions. They're also RBI governed, so for them also they are dealing with all the financial data. So rather than we empowering them, they are more already aware about all these securities. So and also whenever so any connection between banks and bureaus are already secure. So all the data is going through secure channel. So I would say that we were already prepared for such kind of scenarios, because security is topmost priority for banks and for trade bureaus, because we are dealing with financial data. From security point of view, I would say that making sure that our endpoints are where laptop desktops are secured as well, because people are going to work from home because of COVID-19 situation, and now this is going to be a new normal as well, where anybody will be able to work from home or anywhere in the not in the office. So data leakage is going to be a topmost priority. Endpoint protection is going to be a topmost priority, I would say that. and protection against phishing emails. I know a lot of phishing things are happening nowadays, so phishing attack is going to be very important for us. So internal awareness, employee awareness is going to be very important. So that's what I've learned during COVID-19 situation, that whenever we are having new people are joining, or to the existing people, a lot of it, we have a lot of phishing attack happening. So internal awareness and education to the people is also going to be very important for us. The biggest challenge was we never thought that some of the production data will be also accessed from home. We always access this data from secure zone in office and all. But that was the biggest challenge, that how to enable that. So we have secure some of the PIM tool, via that only people will be able to access that. Providing support to our customers from home. We have created some communication tool. Then managing the teamwork, how team is going to collaborate. So some of the tools has been purchased for that. So those are some challenges we faced. How to track people's work, how to make sure that all the services are up and running and providing all the support from home. So providing all the patching activity on a regular basis. Because of pandemic situation, we should not miss any patching activity. So all those things, we have made sure that things are, even if we are working from home, we are making sure that all these things are taken care. And that's how we are building our cybersecurity as well. We are having all the controls in place. That's what I've told you. It's not about only production infrastructure, but endpoint, from where people are working, from where a secure code is getting developed, a secure product is getting developed, till it is moving to production. All the firewalls, everything, how we are accessing data, everything has to be secure. And that's how we have implemented cybersecurity framework. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are going to be a big game changer. The more and more, because now data is a new oil, everybody knows about it. So analytics around that, and how you can predict, how you can cross sell your products, how can you upsell your products, how can you identify some early warnings, about defaults and all. I think that's going to be a big game changer. And identify the right kind of audience for your products. I think that is going to be a big game changer. Next is RPA. I think the more and more process optimization, and to improve operational efficiency is going to be a big game changer. And how you can deploy bot to automate your work. You must have seen that a lot of chat bots now is people are using to resolve customer queries and all. So that's going to be a big game changer. We are following a 50-30-20 budget rule, for any IT investment or IT innovations, which means that 50 will be our to run the business, 30 will on growing the business, and 20% we are doing all the innovation, transformation from futuristic point of view. So that's how we are doing from last 5 years, and I think we'll continue doing the same thing. We'll follow the same practices. I don't think so we are going to change a lot. We all credit bureaus are always doing a lot of innovations, and we'll continue to doing that. I would say that. Of course, we have to reprioritize our business needs for this year, because we have to really reduce our cost because of the pandemic situation. So we will focus more on how we can reduce cost, but at the same time, we'll continue how we can create some new business lines or create new products for the next year. We are going to collaborate with fintech. We are not going to be. It's not going to be a competition. Wherever we can collaborate, we can create new products. I think that's going to be our strategy. And on the advice which I give is, fintech are here to create a solution which are more customer in mind. So I think whatever they create, they should have these four parameters in their mind. I think speed, simplicity, customer autonomy, and distinct capability that are not part of a bundle service. So those are the four things I would say that I would give the advice to them, that they should keep in mind. And whatever they should create customer in focus. Trade bureaus are already started working on digital strategy from last couple of years. I would say that because of this, fintech has already started coming from last 4 years, and to match their speed, credit bureaus are also doing a lot of innovations on digital side, and they are collaborating with them. And so we are also going to do the same. We are going to invest a lot of into innovation, especially into artificial intelligence and machine learning, into RPA and big data. Our one of the strategy also going to be how we can move to cloud, and and create some new products, or some analytics or some new score using these technologies.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.